So I got some red paint here. Hopefully this will last through the winter. Okay, I'm gonna go through and mark the sections to just that way for like a self reminder to know what's what. The stuff on the right is gonna get used last because it's first crop, it was stored inside and it's better quality. So I'm gonna use the lower quality stuff first. So this is all first crop. First crop. Dry. Let's put in our. So this way, when we go ahead and put all our hay together, I can mark, you know, where dad starts or whatever. So that way, if we want to stack them together, then we can. So first crop, dry. I put an R down here too. So there's our 4 rows. Our 5th one started here. Let's go ahead and start wrapping these bales. I'm gonna start just right where we left off. So the last bale on here was stored in the pole shed. So it's from first crop. It's higher quality stuff because it's been stored inside. So, all right, Ryan, just like we practiced. I can't totally remember. So this came with a remote that I can use to control control a few things, but I can use it while I'm driving the JCB around so that I can tell it where to point the wheels. So we're keeping everything pretty much the same. We should be good to go. Let's go ahead and throw a bale on there and see what happens. This stuff is green for sure. These are pretty heavy. Got our bale on here. Let's go ahead and there. It's on auto, so it should run. Oh, Mom and Dad are back. I better unload them first. Just what the wrapper was meant for. Go and do one of Dad's real quick. Which one is Dad's? Oh, this one is. These are from the 40. This one's from straight bag. Drier than mine. Mine was alfalfa though.
You can feel how hot it is.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it tonight.
Yep. By morning they'd be good and warm.
26?
26. It's the driest one. 95 degrees.
95? Ooh. So definitely starting a new row is a little bit of a learning curve, but I feel like the more times you do it, the faster you'll be able to do it too. Being able to steer it with a remote control is so nice. So now we're rewrapping 7 bales just to be safe, to make sure that we got all the ones that have plastic that look like this. So there's a little hook that goes on the stretchers on the wrapper that was hooked, and I didn't unhook it to let the stretcher go back into place. So what happened is it started catching there because it wasn't keeping the wrap tight, and by the time I saw it, because I was working here alone, it was doing this. So I just cut them off, and then we're rewrapping them, and it's going on without a hitch. There's plenty of room up there for these. I think that was the last one because this one has wrap on the bottom. So let's go up there and watch the last bale get wrapped. As of right now, this should be the last that we're going to be using the wrapper. I should have been a graffiti artist. I would say that's a pretty good job done. So we've got 9 rows of wrapped hay here. And last time we wrapped, we put the rows perpendicular to the slope. This time we ran it up the slope. This is typically where we keep all of our feed. I wasn't too crazy about running across the hillside like that, but it was really nice in hindsight because we could make longer rows. So this is a short row, this is kind of a shorter row. This is a real short row because the wrap down here, when I got it started, it was really late and I couldn't see that the wrap was kind of binding underneath the bales. So we had to go back and run those back through, which wasn't a big deal. It just kind of required us to go another row over here, which all this stuff's going to be getting fed up anyway. So it's going to be really nice having all this stuff wrapped. I went through and marked with paint whose is whose. So I got an R down here for Ryan, 1, 2, 3. I think I got some in this row too. And then I've got a mark somewhere in here that shows where my stuff ends and where Dad's stuff starts. So that way, if Travis is loading any of this feed in the winter, he knows where Dad's stuff, well, this must all be mine too. He knows where Dad's stuff starts because we didn't originally intend on wrapping Dad's stuff because any of the stuff that we wrap, if it's higher moisture, we won't be able to sell it as dry hay. So we didn't want to wrap it, but looking at the forecast, we're glad that we did at least get baled what we did, because in the end, this morning, storms came through and all the hay down at Travis's place got rained on. So now it's the waiting game to see when the weather will straighten out again. So coming down here, I've got a D there for either Dad or Dwight. You can pick which it stands for. And we've got 4th crop, which was baled wet. And then down here, I've got the divider saying, hey, this is all Ryan stuff starting here. So I'm gonna start feeding out all of the 2nd and 3rd crop bales first, because they have been sitting outside, whereas the first stuff was sitting in the pole shed. So that's better quality stuff, even though it's more grassy. So I'm gonna start with everything that had been sitting outside to get rid of the worst stuff first, and then that way I have the better stuff during the harder months of winter. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All how farms work. And I want to give KUHN a huge thank you for sending the wrapper down for us to use. And that way we could get some stuff wrapped. Anyway, I'll see you next time.